Most people believe minimalism begins by throwing things away. In reality, Japanese-inspired minimalism starts much earlier, with the decision of what deserves to enter your life in the first place. Instead of constantly organizing overflowing shelves, the focus shifts toward preventing unnecessary possessions from accumulating. Every purchase becomes a conscious decision rather than an emotional reaction. This simple change transforms your home gradually without requiring dramatic decluttering weekends. Living with less becomes the natural consequence of buying with greater intention, rather than relying on endless self-control after the fact. Before purchasing anything new, pause and ask yourself whether the item will genuinely improve your daily life 6 months from now. Avoid buying because something is discounted, trending on social media, or temporarily exciting. Many objects provide only a few minutes of satisfaction before becoming part of the background clutter you barely notice anymore. Intentional ownership encourages quality over quantity, making every possession meaningful instead of disposable. Over time, your home begins to contain fewer items, but every one of them serves a clear purpose or brings lasting value. This habit doesn't encourage deprivation, it encourages clarity. Owning fewer but more useful possessions reduces cleaning, organizing, maintenance, and decision fatigue every single day. Instead of managing hundreds of forgotten objects, you spend your energy enjoying the things that actually support your lifestyle. Your living space starts to feel calmer because every item has earned its place. The result isn't an empty house, but a home where every object contributes to comfort, function, and peace of mind. One of the foundations of Japanese-inspired minimalism is the belief that every object should justify the space it occupies. Clutter often appears not because people own too much, but because many possessions no longer serve any meaningful function. Items remain out of habit, guilt, or the vague idea that they might be useful someday. As these forgotten belongings accumulate, they quietly consume both physical space and mental attention. Creating a purposeful home begins by questioning whether each object actively supports your current lifestyle instead of your past or imagined future. Walk through your home one category at a time and examine what each item actually contributes. Does it solve a problem, make daily routines easier, or bring consistent enjoyment? If the answer is no, consider whether it truly deserves to remain. Avoid making decisions based solely on how much money was originally spent or how long you've owned something. The value of an object comes from the role it plays today, not from its history. By focusing on present usefulness, you naturally create a space filled with possessions that actively improve your everyday life. When everything has a clear purpose, maintaining your home becomes significantly easier. Cleaning takes less time because there are fewer unnecessary objects to move around. Storage becomes simpler because every item has an obvious place to return to after use. Decision-making also becomes lighter since you're surrounded by things that support your priorities instead of distracting from them. This habit isn't about achieving perfection or owning the fewest belongings possible. It's about creating an environment where every possession contributes to simplicity, efficiency, and a greater sense of calm. Many people instinctively try to fill every available shelf, drawer, countertop, and wall. Japanese-inspired minimalism takes the opposite approach by treating empty space as something valuable rather than something missing. Open areas allow your home to breathe, making each room feel lighter, larger, and more peaceful. Instead of measuring a room by how much it can hold, the focus shifts toward how comfortably it can be lived in. Empty space becomes an intentional design choice that supports relaxation instead of visual overload. Resist the urge to decorate every surface simply because there is room to do so. Leave portions of shelves empty, keep countertops as clear as possible, and avoid constantly adding decorative accessories. A single meaningful object often creates a stronger visual impact than several unrelated decorations competing for attention. This restraint allows the pieces you truly appreciate to stand out naturally. At the same time, clear surfaces make everyday cleaning faster and reduce the feeling that your home constantly needs organizing. Living with more open space also changes the way you experience your environment. Rooms become quieter visually, making it easier for your mind to relax after busy days. Movement throughout the home feels more comfortable because there are fewer obstacles and distractions. Instead of being surrounded by constant visual stimulation, you create an atmosphere that encourages focus, rest, and clarity. The The goal is not to make your home feel empty, but to give every object enough space to be appreciated while allowing your living environment to feel calm and balanced. A clutter-free home is rarely the result of occasional deep cleaning. More often, it is maintained through small daily habits that prevent disorder from building up in the first place. Japanese-inspired minimalism emphasizes consistency over intensity, showing that a few intentional minutes each day are far more effective than exhausting weekend cleaning sessions. Instead of waiting until your home feels overwhelming, you make tidying a natural part of everyday life. Small actions repeated consistently create lasting simplicity with very little effort. Develop routines that take only a few minutes but have a lasting impact. Return items to their designated place immediately after using them, clear kitchen counters before going to bed, and spend 5 minutes each evening putting misplaced belongings back where they belong. These habits may seem insignificant individually, but together they prevent clutter from gradually taking over your home. Because everything already has a place, maintaining order becomes quick and almost automatic rather than stressful or time-consuming. Simple routines also reduce mental fatigue because they eliminate countless small decisions throughout the day. You no longer waste time wondering where something belongs or postponing chores until they become overwhelming. Instead, your environment remains consistently organized with minimal effort. This creates a sense of stability and control that extends beyond your physical surroundings. Rather than constantly reacting to mess, you establish systems that quietly support a calmer, more intentional way of living every single day. Modern life constantly encourages the pursuit of something newer, better, or more exciting. Japanese-inspired minimalism offers a different perspective by encouraging appreciation for the possessions already present in your life. Instead of focusing on what is missing, the attention shifts toward making full use of what you already own. This mindset naturally reduces unnecessary consumption because satisfaction comes from mindful use rather than constant acquisition. Over time, you begin to see abundance not as owning more, but as needing less to feel content. Before replacing an item, ask whether it still performs its purpose well. Repair what can be repaired, maintain the belongings you value, and explore new ways to use what you already have before buying something new. This approach encourages thoughtful consumption without sacrificing comfort or quality. Many purchases become unnecessary once you realize the original item still serves your needs perfectly. By slowing down the cycle of replacing and upgrading, you save money while reducing waste and keeping your home intentionally simple. Learning to appreciate your existing possessions also changes your relationship with consumption itself. Shopping becomes a deliberate choice instead of a habitual response to boredom, advertising, or temporary emotions. Your home gradually fills only with items that truly deserve to be there, creating an environment that reflects your priorities rather than passing trends. The result is a lifestyle built on contentment instead of accumulation, where simplicity brings greater freedom, lower stress, and more room to focus on experiences rather than possessions. Minimalism is often misunderstood as living with as little as possible, but these 5 Japanese-inspired habits reveal a much more practical and rewarding philosophy. The goal is not to own fewer things for the sake of appearance. It is to create a home and a lifestyle where every possession has meaning, every space has purpose, and every daily routine supports peace of mind. Small, consistent choices made over time have a far greater impact than dramatic decluttering sessions that are difficult to maintain. As you begin applying these habits, remember that minimalism is a personal journey rather than a fixed destination. There is no perfect number of possessions or universal definition of a minimalist home. What matters is building an environment that reflects your current needs instead of outside expectations. By becoming more intentional with what you buy, keep, and use, you naturally reduce stress, simplify everyday life, and make room for what truly adds value. Start with just one habit this week and allow the changes to develop naturally. You may be surprised by how much lighter your home and your mind can feel without making extreme sacrifices. If you found these ideas helpful, consider which habit resonated with you the most and begin there. Sometimes the smallest change in the way you view your possessions can become the first step toward a calmer, more intentional, and more fulfilling life.